to be the first workshop. So I feel like I know everybody, but you said your name was Tori, right? And then what was your name again? Mayan?
Yes.
And then I met you last time, right? Who was your name again? Emily? Yes. Okay, perfect. All right, so I remember everybody. Okay, so if you don't know me, my name is Tiana. I have been doing social media for the past 4 years since I graduated. And so this workshop is just basically, like I said, I want y'all to be able to ask me as many questions as y'all feel like y'all need. I know social media, you know, imposter syndrome is real, very real. And I know how it can feel like it's so hard to put your stuff out there. And I know that, you know, some people have such great ideas and it's hard to like get it out. So I want to be that person to help y'all get it out there. So, welcome to Brandfluence 101, period. So like I said, I've been a full-time entrepreneur. I'm 24 years old. Since I graduated Hampton University in 2020, I have been running my creative agency. I've had clients from like shoe brands to Black and Meta for the metaverse, just literally everything. Candles, accountants, publicists, I've done the whole thing. So social media management was my thing, and now I'm in the space of pivoting, and I'm now turning my creative agency into now a design agency because that's what I love. Y'all will kind of see that through my presentation. I love design. That's like my thing. And so I'm going back to more design and more of a like content creation for the agency. So socials is like what I know, what I've lived and breathed for the past couple of years. So that's why I can really, really talk about it. But even though that's not in the space that I'm in, I really can help y'all. So I have the knowledge. And yeah, we're going to get to it. And this is the stuff that we're going to be going over today. Oh, thank you. So we're going to go over understanding branding, how you're going to craft your brand story. We're going to create a branding checklist for yourself so you can know exactly what you need in your brand kit, and what you need for your specific brand. We're going to learn how to build a community, foster engagement, and the power of consistency. And then we're going to do a DIY activity together to see if y'all can put all of this into one. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, bet. Okay, but this is our icebreaker. So y'all probably already met everybody and we can do this quick, but I want to know, what are your favorite and least favorite social media platforms and why? And I'll go last because I ain't gonna tell y'all not last. So you wanna go first?
Sure. Hey y'all, my name is Salida. My favorite social media platform I would say is Pinterest. Because I just love curating like mood boards and finding inspiration. And I think my least favorite is Instagram, even though that's the one that I'm on the most.
Okay.
Yeah, Instagram is just, it's kind of frustrating. And I think that probably ties into like the branding thing. Like it's kind of frustrating to brand yourself on Instagram. But Pinterest, I'm like, feel like a little mad scientist on there.
Okay, mad scientist vibes. You guys, love that. Okay.
My name is Synovia. I'm from the UK. No, I'm not. From the UK. Thank you. So I would say my favorite, which it's gonna make me sound old, but it's low-key Facebook. Only because it's where I connect more so like directly with like family, friends.
Okay.
And whenever I like pose a question or something on Facebook, I feel like I get like genuine responses, and I don't know how the algorithm works. But I be getting responses for like weeks sometimes. Like I may be like, hey, looking for support in this space. I'm still getting responses. So I feel like it works well for me when I'm looking for like help and things like that. And then my least favorite, it gotta be X, Twitter, Threads, anything that makes me have to like write. I don't know, I just...
Written content.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can do written content, but it's just not... Ever since Twitter, me and Twitter have an on-off relationship. So, yeah, right. So I just, for some reason, written content.
Not it.
Like, yeah, to me.
Okay. I love that.
Hi, everyone. I'm Courtney. My favorite platform would be probably Instagram.
Okay.
Very visual, and I'm also a photographer, so it just sticks with me, and it's a great way of just curating content. My least favorite is probably LinkedIn.
That's my fave.
Yeah, I don't like the mesh of like your job with, even though this is your business, I don't like the mesh of corporate with. So, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I love the different perspectives.
I'm sorry.
No, it used to be a social media.
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be my. Oh, somebody called me.
I love that. I never thought about that. Hi, hey girl. You ain't miss nothing. Pull up a seat.
Yeah, one more. If you want to move a chair over.
Okay, Tori.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm good. I'm getting better with names. I'm really happy.
You killing it.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, tell us what your least favorite and your favorite social platforms are.
So my favorite probably is like an unpopular, it's probably a hot take, but my favorite is actually TikTok because I love the confidence it's giving people. Sometimes I'm like, it gives some people too much confidence, but I think that it's a really powerful platform because there are so many people who most likely didn't have community in the real world that need to build community. I think that's what I love about it. It's just the fact that like I see people who, and actually someone told me a story where they were like, yeah, I met someone who was like, I don't have friends in real life, I have friends on TikTok. And those people are my friends, and that's how I build community. And I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think that other social media platforms haven't been able to do it to scale like TikTok has. So that's why that's my favorite. My least favorite would be Instagram because I feel like it's the opposite now, where I feel like Instagram was meant to build community in a lot of ways, but now I feel like everyone's trying to like have the perfect profile and figure out the perfect aesthetic and get the perfect likes and followers. And I don't know, I feel like it's just very it's very toxic in that way. Just those need to be perfect on Instagram, and it's just like it's just post your picture.
Post your-
like, we don't care what it looks like.
Post what you want. Exactly. I say that all the time. Post what you want. Love that. Next.
Mine is actually the exact same as Tori's. I like TikTok the most. I only recently started using it.
I'm sorry, can you introduce yourself?
Oh, sorry, mine. And I started using, not more as like a diary, but I think I've been pushed more creatively to post on TikTok, especially because I don't do like videography or any type of like cinematic things, but posting videos about content and it only being like 15 seconds has been able to like push me a bit further when I'm thinking about my art. Whereas when it comes to Instagram, there's that pressure to be perfect, and I don't know, I don't like posting reels on Instagram. It just feels a bit less genuine than it does on TikTok. And maybe it's because like my friend list is very different. I don't know, I feel more like TikTok's more of a safe space than Instagram is.
Okay.
Instagram comments, they be
You said Instagram what?
comments.
Oh, yeah.
Do comments on these social media?
Yeah.
TikTok comment. I think you know.
Oh, yeah. TikTok is worse. They gonna tell you the truth on TikTok.
Right, they
That's why I be scared to go live on there. I ain't gonna lie. If I'm looking rough, no, I'm not going on TikTok live. No. Wait, tell me. Don't say it again. Is it Destiny? No. No. I can't. No, I can't. But I know it. Say it.
Shimmy.
Yes. Dang. Okay. I would have never got it, but like yes, I would have never got it, but I remembered it.
Wait, go take two after Shimmy. Wait.
My name is Shanae. I'm sorry I was late, y'all.
You good?
Can we start a sorry jar here?
Right. Stop saying sorry.
My favorite medium of social media actually is still YouTube. I really like long form content. I love me a good 30-minute makeup tutorial, a good vlog, okay? Like it's still my favorite. It's been my favorite for a minute.
You like long form. Okay.
Do you watch
Okay.
it in regular speed or do you speed it up a little bit?
Like you watch the whole thing.
So I don't be watching like commentary videos with a lot of talking. Like it's more aesthetic. So like
Okay.
makeup, you just seeing them. I've noticed that. Like if you're talking, oh no.
Oh, got you.
But like vlogs and stuff, like just general lifestyle stuff, YouTube.
And then your least favorite?
My least favorite, I would say probably Twitter, just because I'm not on Twitter. I don't really know how to work it for myself. Yeah, but I have a hard time like really getting into it for me. Like I don't post on Twitter, I don't tweet.
Yeah. I understand. Okay. Scar, you said you was going next?
I have a hot take. I love Twitter. Okay, like, yes, because, and Mayan, I love what you said because what I heard was I have two very different friend groups depending on the content. Like, I cannot post on Maine about Fall Out Boy 24/7. When I do it on my podcast page, it goes crazy. Like, the community built itself. So I love being able to use Twitter in that way, like my professional one, whatever, but then my follower one, like, I know y'all aren't here for that, so here this is here. And then, so that's my favorite. Least favorite is regrowing my Instagram. I'm even less like, and TikTok even under that. I feel like I'm from like the Facebook baby nation. So I'm still waiting on my auntie to be like, beautiful. which do not appreciate you, amen. Household, you know? But I think that's been the most difficult thing where it's like, yo, like I really feel like I have my niche, but I don't feel like I'm getting that growth that having a niche like that would expect you to have.
Right. I love the different perspective. The fact that everybody has something different, I just love. Okay. You next.
She could go.
She said Emily could go.
Because y'all said stuff and I'm over here still deciding.
Okay, Emily, you go.
I think I don't know, I really like TikTok personally, but I feel like professionally, I guess maybe I do better posting on Instagram, even though I don't do it.
Okay.
But like Instagram is also my least favorite along with like Facebook. I'm like not a big meta person. I just feel like he kind of ruined Instagram.
He ruined it for you.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about Twitter.
And then like Facebook ruined itself for me with him, but yeah.
Okay. Gnomes, you want to go?
My name is Naomi, but I like to go by Gnomes. My favorite social media platform. I make everything work for me. I ain't gonna lie. So favorite, probably YouTube. Because that's like my starter days. I was like a YouTuber, you know, back in my teenage life. Vlogging and lifestyle was my thing. So I literally could watch people post like their lives and their style and storytell, like the way they edit and stuff. It's just so intriguing to me. So that's probably a fave, and I love podcasts visually. So I have to watch them on YouTube. Least favorite, it'd probably be like a split even between Twitter and Instagram, but solely because of like a lot of the points you guys made to me were like why people don't like it. Like people are just mean spirited on there, and then this is a facade. And my solution is like just be real with it. Like if you don't like it, just post what you want. But on Instagram, I'm at Twitter, it's literally like somebody's trending because people are literally ripping them to shreds.
Yeah.
Talking about their body. It's weird. And then politics and stuff is weird on there. And then, but sometimes I'm on Black Twitter, so it'll be a ton sometimes. But Instagram,
It was like Black Twitter.
same thing. It's like people just go there for like, it's the same concept with photos. So, but yeah, that's my least favorite.
Okay.
But I like them both. But if I had to pick,
But you have to pick. Okay.
Okay, alright, we're at me. I'm over here indecisive. But if I had to pick a favorite, it would have to be, I guess right now for me, Instagram, because that's where I have the most engagement.
Okay.
That would be the reason why I'm picking that. But I also really like, a runner-up was YouTube and TikTok because of the fact that it's easy for me to grasp people, and I like the fact that, like, there's a realness in both of those areas. Like it's very raw. It's very, the people that I watch are very much in tune with them, their authenticity.
Okay.
Side. My least favorite is Facebook and Twitter because.
Okay.
My Facebook because don't be showing me shit from 5 years ago.
Nah, fact.
I don't fucking talk. I done turned it off 6 times, so I don't even go on my Facebook because it be pissing me off. And then also,
That's how I feel about my Snapchat. I just downloaded my Snapchat again.
From like a time in my life, and I'm just like, I'm
trying to move on.
Yeah, so I really just want to deactivate it. For real. Like that's where I'm at with the Facebook and Twitter.
mine is like a family reunion.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
The girlies from high school and middle school get pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, people are married.
Yeah.
What's that, baby?
That's what Facebook is.
Yeah.
Because I'm so far away from home, that makes sense too.
Yeah, well, the reason I wanted us to do this icebreaker was so that everybody could hear the different perspectives. Because I figured that it would be different perspectives, but I didn't think it would be this different. And so I'm saying this because you have to make the social media platforms work for you. Like Noam said, you have to make it work for you. So my favorite is probably Pinterest, but like that's just because I like design and I could just go crazy on there. Like we the same. Like I could just go crazy on Pinterest, but like you said, I get a lot more engagement. Like everybody for real is on my Instagram because that's where I feel like I grew my community. I started my Instagram, I think I made my first post like in 7th grade. So I've been building my Instagram community for the longest. They seen me be a marketing major. They seen me intern at Essence. They've seen me start my business or like couldn't get a job and then start my business. So they've like watched my journey the whole time. So that's why I feel like Instagram works for me. But now I have to learn how to make TikTok, how to make Facebook, how to make LinkedIn work for me. So if you've been like following me on other stuff, you can see like now I'm posting on LinkedIn probably like 4 times a week, just because like I have to start, yeah, like I'm pivoting. So it's like I have to start showing people like the things that I'm doing. Like I told them today, that flyer, y'all saw that flyer I made? I don't care if y'all people can't come to it, you gonna see I'm doing some shit. So it's just like you get what I'm saying? You just have to make certain things work for you. We here? We here. All right, bet. Y'all know I love me so sexy. Big sexy. So branding. When it comes to branding, when y'all think of Sexy Red, what's the first thing y'all think of when y'all think of her brand? Just pop out some words.
Sexy. Not her coochie thing.
Pregnant. Hood. I be thinking girls' night. Like the first thing when I'm out with my girls, like that's all I want to hear. Big sexy. Like that's what I want to hear. First thing when we get in the car, like she authentic. Like that's what you see her brand. She gonna be herself whole time. Now some people don't like sexy, but when you think of her in a branding sense, you can really see that she is a brand. That girl that we see is not her. This is a brand. And she does it well. So as a business owner or brand, it's important for us to understand what people like to see, what they want to see, what they respond to. And as your personal brand or your business, you want to make sure that you know specifically what your target audience is going to respond to. So say if we take sexy, we like, all right, bet. You look at her every time she posts her music videos or clips or something, and you look in the comments, everybody's hyping her up. Literally. Everybody is hyping her up. Some people gonna troll. But most of the time they hyping her up because why? They like her because she fun, she authentic, she feeds the brand that they like. And they hype her up. They're gonna, push her more. So that is why I'm saying just once you have the brand, she locked in her brand very early. And she maximized off of it. So my point for this is we have to curate our brand and we have to really figure out what our brand story is to then be able to reach the people we need. Because if people try to work backwards, okay, I'm gonna start a business. This is what a lot of people do. I'm gonna start a business. All right, now I gotta make an Instagram. But I don't know what I want to really do. So let me just start posting shit. Like, but why people don't want to fuck with my shit? Like, why they not engaging with my stuff? You don't even know who you're targeting. You have to go back to step 1. You have to figure out why, how, who, what problem are you solving? That is all in your brand story. So for me, when I was first starting my business, I was like, I want to help small businesses. That was point blank period. Small businesses was where it's at. That is no longer where I am at. But that was the brand story then. And people fed into it. I was having small businesses come to me left and right. But that's what I was showcasing. Me always working with small business owners, me literally showing content, me on Google Meets, meetings, consultations, me with the people, just showing that you have to curate that story. Does that make sense? Y'all with me?
Yes.
Bet that. Rule number 1. So this is what I want y'all to remember. Y'all are human. You are human. You can post like a human. You can be yourself on social media. It's not a crime. Nobody gonna hurt, nobody gonna kill you. It's okay. You can be yourself because that is what is going to drive the people for you to you. I could care less if anybody on my page, because I'm a real creator. Like, that's what I do. I create, I design. That's what brings me joy. So me posting my content all the time is for me. And if nobody see it, that's fine. But I know that that's what I love to do. And the people who like it, they will see it. They will engage with it. They will like it. They will comment on it. They will do all the things. But I have to just be me first. So I want y'all to remember to be human. Don't think too much in it when you're trying to create your content. Really just be you. And the people who are like you will gravitate. They will. That's why I'm like, you sing. If you don't have nothing about you singing on your page, how are other artists gonna be like, come on, let's collab? Like, oh my God, I love your music. Like, listen to mine. They can't, because they don't know. So you have to do that. Yeah. Okay, 5 steps to branding yourself. Y'all might want to write this one down. Defining your brand identity. So when we're talking about brand kit, we're going to build that one together. When we're talking about a brand kit, we're talking about logo, we're talking about colors, tone, personality. That's your whole brand. So for me, when I think about T&M, that's my agency. I never told y'all what my agency was called. It's called T&M Creative. So when I think of T&M, I'm thinking my colors is orange and brown, or it was orange and brown at the time. Now it's like all of these different colors that y'all see, because not design. But it was like brown and orange. Those my colors. My tone and my post, it was like, yo, what's up, fam? Y'all gang. Like, it was very familiar. Like, the tone of me talking to my audience was like they were my homies. Like, we cool. Like, y'all can ask me anything. I wanted to build that rapport with them. And like, I show my personality through my stuff all the time. I don't change who I am. It is what it is. That's just me. When it comes to clients, you could work with me or you don't. I'm not gonna change for you. So, and that's how I built my brand identity. So from there, I was like, okay, bet. I got the logo, I got the colors, I know how I'm gonna talk to my audience, and I know how I'm gonna present myself and how I'm gonna show up. That's what your brand identity looks like in a small sense. And then 2, you want to create a compelling brand story. This is your why. That's what we're talking about, your why. Why are you different than this other brand that does the same thing? Why are you different? What's your story? Tell your story, because they're going to follow your journey. People follow people. They don't follow businesses.
All right.
I'm like, what is that? I got scared now. I was like, whew. But yes, they follow the journey, not just businesses. So remember that. Like, that's one thing. That's why I say all the time, I show what I do and who I am, because honestly, I feel like I've never had to promote my business. And I hate saying that, because it's like ironic to say I'm like, doing content and, promoting, but I've never really had to promote my services, because I'm always showing me doing something. I'm always showing me working, or just working on my skills, or doing something in my craft. So people are always like, T, can you do this? T, like, I've literally just had people coming at me with projects. So they know the story and they know my why, and they want to tap into it. Then you want to choose the right social media platforms for you. That's why we did that exercise. You have to figure out what works for you. So for me, my top 3 probably is TikTok, Instagram, and LinkedIn to get what I need to get to. You have to figure out what platforms work best for you. You can try to do all of them. By all means, if you want to do it, baby. But me, you don't need to do that. Just find what works for you. And then taking professional brand photos. Y'all saw in the my title thing, those like brand photos I took probably like last year. But people think that you only have to use brand photos for Instagram or for your stuff. You could use it for all of your assets. Like, use it for newsletters, use it for packaging, use it for literally anything. Don't just put it in your emails. Like, really use your brand photos to really curate the whole thing. Put it all together. You want to look professional. You want to look like you're put together. Even if you have like a brand that's kind of like mine, where it's like everything is like literally like everywhere sometimes, you can still make it look uniform. You don't have to look like you everywhere, And then creating a consistent content schedule and strategy for your brand. So, you know, people have content calendars, and I put these pictures here because people have different ways. I like doing content calendars on the computer using like Notion. Notion is a great way to use a content calendar, and it's free, but also I like seeing it visually as well. So I'll probably go on Canva. I think it's apps. It's like Preview and Planoly, all those different apps where you can do it, but I just like doing it on Canva. Where I could visually plan my feed to just see how I want to do it. So if you want to do it like that, or if you, like my mom, she likes to just write stuff down, she'll do it in there. So it's just different ways. You have to figure out what works for you. Y'all with me still? We here? Bet. Okay, crafting your brand story. The power of storytelling is powerful. Y'all know what storytelling is?
Yeah. Maybe we can go a little bit more in depth because
I want to know what y'all think storytelling is. Go ahead.
I feel like storytelling is telling your story from your perspective as to how you got to where you are.
Yes. Now, how do we tie that into socials?
Showing it.
To maximize your growth.
I think it's taking them on a journey.
Hmm?
I feel like it's taking on a journey, like telling them your journey.
Yes. Now, example of doing that, y'all see them girls who be on TikTok doing them get ready with me's. Let me tell y'all how my husband cheated on me. That's storytelling.
That's fire too.
That is crazy.
I be watching.
And I will watch to the end. And I'm like, I'm not even thinking about how her face gonna look. I'm thinking about how this story gonna end. That's storytelling. You wanna create a story. So for me, I'm like, okay, how can I start storytelling more? So I had did like a video I was showing Sarita earlier where I basically just screen recorded me designing a graphic. And I was trying to figure out a way. I'm like, I design all the time. How do I show content of me designing all this stuff that I'm designing? I have nothing to show for all this stuff, all these clients that I've done. It's all on their page, but I don't like really have anything. So for me, that's my storytelling, me showing how I'm doing something. That's my storytelling. But for other people, it can look different. So you just have to make it in a compelling way so people can really just be more intrigued into your stuff. Like you have to be able to hook people in different ways. And that's why I love the different platforms, because like you said, you have different people on different platforms. So you can reach and maximize your audience, literally triple it, if you just tap into the different ways. Like for TikTok, y'all know y'all could hook people in crazy ways on TikTok. Instagram, you could hook them in the same kind of way now. It's a little different, but it just has to look really, really good. And then for y'all like Threads? Nobody said nothing about Threads. How y'all feel about Threads? Y'all not like it, Threads?
Girl, we need some time. Threads is like Twitter's little cousin.
I like it.
The wannabe Twitter?
Yeah.
It doesn't even have like a visually like pleasing interface. Like it's not. I don't want to get on Threads because like, okay, I'm reading. I could go read a book.
But y'all can read on Twitter.
I don't use Twitter, so.
Okay. I loved Threads when it came out because I was like, I always felt like I couldn't get on Twitter like that because all of my following was on Instagram, and I was just like, I don't know how to get all of those people on my Twitter because I would love to talk to them, but I can't for some reason get them to follow me. So when Threads came out, I was like, it's the whole like people in the Instagram, so I was like very, very hyped. But that's where I was just like, okay, I could really tell more of my story. I could do more storytelling about written content. I know, Synovia, you don't like written content, but you can do more things in different ways with the different apps, and then utilize AI. Like y'all have to work smarter, not harder. Oh, hold on. What did I say? Oh, okay, so when we're crafting our brand story, that's what I wanted to hit too. Stories connect people. So if y'all haven't noticed, when y'all watch those videos, like those get ready with me's and they telling a story, have y'all looked at the comments? The community be there. The community be there. So that builds they connects people, and then it also sets you apart. So I just want y'all to be able to kind of think about the different ways that you can start storytelling when it comes to your specific brand, your specific goals. Go ahead.
So I have a question for you around storytelling. Do you have like a formula? I guess that's the way I'm thinking of it. Or
For like how you
like how someone could think about like laying out like a story they want to tell, or like like how you were going to do your storytelling, like with your visual artists. Like, what was your thought process in that? You were like, okay, how did you get to your angle?
When I was thinking about that, I was just like, I have to figure out a way to start showcasing my design. So I had been looking for a way to like screen record what I was doing, so I started using like Loomly. What was it? Y'all heard of Loomly? But it was like I could only record for like 5 minutes, so that was blowing me. So I was like, I'm gonna just screen record on my computer. So that's what I was doing, and I saw how easy it was, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna do the long form. And I had just restarted doing YouTube again, so I was like, I have to get back into long form content. So I had just recorded it and put the long form video with no speed up or nothing, just me designing on YouTube, and then I turned that into like a short. Anybody want to take it? I'll go first. I feel like for me, my business I was set apart from other social media managers because one, my turnaround time was very fast, which kind of spoiled some people because they think that I was just going to be on their time, which was not the case. But my turnaround time was very fast, and I was available because I was so young and I didn't have a job or anything else. I was available 24/7. So those people was like, okay, I can hit Tiana up anytime. Like, they had access to me. That's not real life. Not that I'm older, but that's how I was. So that's what set me and my business apart. Anybody else? Okay.
So I'm a yoga instructor.
Okay.
Yoga business. My yoga business is not attached to a studio. I think that sets me apart because I like to do yoga in nature and connect to nature in a way. So that's why I do yoga in the parks. And if I do host it inside, it's more of a workshop based instead of just yoga based and focused.
Okay. So you have to. So how do you tap into that? How do you promote that?
I usually promote it for yoga in the parks, but then it's like once it gets cold, this is where I have to find issues, which you need.
Okay, alternative. Okay, we gonna brainstorm. Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like. Okay, now that I know that, we gonna definitely brainstorm that. Okay.
I love that you keep emphasizing like the human piece. So like I know a big thing for me has always been, well, more recently has been just like, I feel like sometimes when you're like I'm a singer, some people are like, oh, well, you should just be posting singing. But it's like I've tried so many things within this past year. So it's like I went snowboarding for the first time, and I posted that. And so like I've been really big on intentional, being like, let me just post my life. Like, and people are like, oh, that's so dope. And then I have these friends, I'm like, I want to go snowboarding too. Like, let's go. But it was so interesting to see because it was like, oh, I could build a community around this.
Literally.
Alone, and it has nothing to do with what you just said. Like, it had nothing to do with like me being a singer. So I think that that's become like a really powerful tool, like you said.
Yes, like don't count out the stuff that you love, the other stuff that you love. Like, it would be crazy to do that. You have to show your full self. Like, it's crazy for me. I lie to y'all not. I've been posting content since I don't know how long, and I didn't got like a burst of followers since I cut my hair. When I posted that video of me cutting my hair, I'm like, ain't nothing on my page got nothing to do with hair, and now all these people want to come to my page.
I feel that way. Like my TikTok went viral for me doing my Slytherin content. Like I was just doing it for Halloween. And then all these Harry Potter people here, and I'm like thinking I'm a Harry Potter page. I'm like, no, I do yoga.
Yes, but y'all see how just one video can really, of one subject can really bring a whole different audience to your page. Maximize off of that. Be like, okay, now y'all on my stuff. Okay, now I need y'all to go do this. I need y'all to go follow this page. I need y'all to tap in here. Like, that's what y'all have to do. Y'all have to literally tell people what to do. What's my time?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, anybody else?
I got a question for you.
Yes.
What would you recommend for us? I know that you're speaking on behalf of branding kind of broadly, like generally. Is there something that you would shift between personal branding versus branding for a business?
Like?
So like with regards to storytelling, right? Storytelling from the POV of maybe as a singer snowboarding, how does she tie? Is she okay with just posting snowboarding, or do you recommend that someone tie that back into her artistry? to get consistent?
That's honestly, I would probably leave that up to the person. That's just like for me, I have a business page and I have a personal page. I do a lot of stuff on my personal page, and I also would try to tap it into my, business page. But I really try to, I really try to keep stuff. What's the word? I try to show what I do on my personal page, and then show my services and what I did on my business page, if that makes sense. Like who my clients are, like the real businessy part behind it. But then on my personal page, I'm like, all right, I'm showing y'all the day of my life. I'm on the stories telling y'all the real deal about dealing with these clients. I'm really, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm really showing my personal life. So when I would switch it from the person, I think you should do both, personal brand and business brand. Now some people say just do it all together, but I personally would say do both. Does that answer?
When you say do both, you mean do separate?
Yeah, do separate. Or if you do it just like, if you have one page, like if you have a big following, then, and you don't want to make another page, because for me, when I made my business page, I was like, I want everybody who follows TNM, I know that they're looking for tips, they're looking for information, they're looking for help for socials. So I'm like, everything that I post on here, I don't even have to worry about, would they not like it if they not low, because they already follow this page, so that's what they're looking for. So that's why I always would laugh, because people would be like, well, you only got 500 followers, how you booked out on my business page? Child, all I need is 5. Don't count no followers, and don't count my pockets. But I'm just like, that's why I never really cared about follower counts, because you can have 5 followers that pay you $10,000 a month. And if you hitting it, you hitting it. So never make nobody that's why I just want y'all to put y'all stuff out there, because followers don't matter. Y'all could literally get y'all next client off of the video that y'all holding in y'all gallery.
Teacher Tiana?
Yeah.
First I want to say Rose is on FaceTime. Y'all want to say hi to Rose?
Hey Rose!
Hi Rose! And Rose just said period. Wait, she texted me. Well, she's on mute. She's on mute. You on mute for some reason, Rose. I can't see your face. So I wanted to show you. Say, oh, there she is. Y'all say hi. Oh wait, here. This is awkward. There we go. And then I also wanted to actually add to what you said, but she is here. That's why you see me doing this. It's not because I'm just like
I'm in y'all face.
Rose is here watching. And she really wanted to be here, for this. My bad, Rose.
I feel.
But I did want to add, I think, and it's almost the example that I told you earlier. I think sometimes when it does come to those social media, I'm using myself as an example. I had got audited. It sound crazy. The IRS went to my social media, but I got audited by somebody who does social media, and then she went to my page, and at that point she didn't see much singing content. So she was. I think she's basically I would never think you were a singer, and I kind of felt a little offended, low key. But I was like, but you're right. Nothing in this first 6, because think about how far people scroll. Think about if there's nothing in the first 6 to 12 that aligns with your business or your brand, and it's just your life. They're like, okay, this is. She was like, oh, you look like a cute girl that just be dancing, and you look like you have fun. And yeah, I was just like, ooh, that's not what I'm trying to say. I was just that's not. So for me, it's definitely I think, but the hard thing also I think is the conversion between having 2 accounts. But I do like that you mentioned. If we have, whether or not it's 2 followers or 500, 2 followers, you probably.
Yeah.
Unless they just, whatever. But 2 to 500, whatever it is, people always look at follower counts, but if you got a couple of people that actually love that content that you're posting there, and you give them exactly what they're asking for, I have heard from plenty of people no, my 350 people
is working.
Rocking with me, and they got me booked and busy.
I'm like, y'all remember that first time? I've been a full-time entrepreneur since I graduated college. Off of 500 followers. And that's just now. I didn't used to have 500 followers. So that just shows that I literally built that community by showing me doing what I do on my personal page. You feel me? I'm not just telling y'all this just to tell y'all. I know from experience that people will follow you in your journey and they want to support you, and you just gotta show them. Anybody else? How y'all can set apart? Or do we need to talk through how we can set y'all apart? Anybody? Okay, we good? We need to talk through it? We need to talk through it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go back.
Start here.
We offer support.
Yes, we offer support.
You was like, yeah. I said, yeah, after you. You know.
Oh, wait, okay. Well, let me finish. Let me go through this because maybe this will help.
Yes.
So, okay, now we're going to talk about building the community. After we craft the story and we have our brand story, now we're going to try to build the community on socials. We have the brand identity. We figured out what we're going to have in the brand kit and everything, and how we're going to show up, how we're going to look, how we're going to talk, how we're going to show up on all of these socials. Then we have our brand story, why they should be with us, why we're set different, why we're different than others. And now we got to build the community. Have y'all ever had any success with building the community? I want to know. Yes, you have? What do you feel like worked?
Consistency.
Consistency.
I started my Instagram page with like my weight loss journeys.
Okay.
Being authentic in that, and like the challenges I was going through when I was at the peak of it. I think that really helps.
Consistency, authenticity.
Well, I was gonna say both of those.
Both of those. Okay, yes, literally. Consistency and authenticity, I would say, y'all see consistent quality content, and then also responding, the engagement part. Now think about, think about who actually engages with y'all on socials and who doesn't. And does that have an effect on how you engage with them?
Yeah.
It do, right? So why do you think it's any different for other people? People not just following you to see you. They want to be in your they want to be in your, cycle of, okay, yeah, like, and I had to realize that. I was telling my boo, this girl literally reposts my stuff every time. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter what I post. I could post a picture of my ass and she gonna repost it. But that's just how she is, and I'm like, I can't feel no way because she's just being supportive. Like, that's her way of showing support. I'm like, I got friends who don't even repost my stuff, so I can't be mad. But it's just like, if I was to never repost her stuff, if I was to never be like, thank you, girl, like, thank you, sis, for reposting my stuff, she probably would never have ever done that again. And she done brought me clients, y'all. So it's like, if I never was to thank her, if I never was to talk to her in the DM, she didn't probably DM me, and we didn't have voice message conversations for hours because she won't leave me alone. But if I didn't have that with her, that relationship wouldn't be there. So building a community is not just with the community. You have to build the relationship with individuals, and then that's where the community comes in. So that's where I tell people all the time, you need to have an engagement strategy. So when I was doing my client stuff, I would tell them, take 5 to 10 minutes in the day and just comment, tap, look through people's stories, respond to people's stories, be a human. Talk to them, relate to them. Be like, oh my God, I love this. Like, this is tough as fuck. Like, really talk to them and be, happy for them, or be you. Like, shit, somebody posted some bread the other day. I was like, girl, them pancakes ain't good. Like, I know some better pancakes. Like, it just be you. Be you, because that's where the conversations, the credibility, the relationships start to build. We here? We good? Now, the engagement part. Once we starting to build a community, we posting on Instagram, we got the content calendar, we getting a little somewhere. We got some, the insights coming up a little bit. We want to establish a loyal following. So that's where we keep the engagement going. That's why I'm saying it's important for us to respond to our followers, talk to our followers in our DMs, do polls on the stories, ask them what they want to see. Like, that's where I really started getting a lot of different stuff. I'm like, them people never even wanted to see what I was posting. They want to see me telling them what to do. And that's where I went wrong. That's where I was going wrong. I'm like, oh, they don't care about this. They care about this. And that's where I was like, even though I felt like I didn't want to show that, it was like, okay, I can show that in a way that I want to. Does that make sense? You got a question?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you, because I think with this, when you said post questions and start discussion and those types of things, I know people who are content creators who are posting questions and those types of things, and I'll be like, oh, but they only got 5 people to engage or whatever else. And not saying that that's a bad thing, but I think that sometimes that can create a fear when you need to be well, I don't want to post and no one responds to my post, because then, I got pride, and then I'm gonna be like, damn, like my ego's hurting a little, just because no one's engaging with me. So I guess how do you deal with that fear of like, what if no one engages? Like, what if no one comments? No one.
What'd you say?
Do it anyway.
Yeah, that, and I was gonna say okay, so the way that I did, because I was that person, I didn't feel bad, 'cause like I said, I was gonna do what I wanted to do, but I was like, why? I'm like, all these people watching my story, but if I post a poll or if I post a questions thing, they don't respond, like, that's weird. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just start doing stuff that don't have nothing to do with socials, and I'm gonna just start polling and asking random stuff. Like the other day I had posted when I was making breakfast, and I posted, what is it? I had like a Hungry Jack. I was like, Hungry Jacks is the best pancake mix type shit. And I was like, or like, y'all be doing that in Jemima's. So I was like, and bro, that was probably the biggest poll that I got results from ever. It was like, so many people was like Aunt Jemima's, and so many people was like Hungry Jack, and that was just like nothing to do with nothing I posted about, but it was the engagement. So that's showing my personality a little bit. So just like kind of easing that in and like doing little things like that here and there, or when they be posting stuff on the shade room that I just be having a crazy opinion about, I'm like, I ain't gonna comment this, I'm gonna post this on my story and comment or whatever, and then put a questions box and be like, y'all got an opinion on this, like what y'all think? And that's what I started doing, and that's when so many people was like starting to actually tap into my polls and stuff like that. And then when I actually went to polling them and asking them questions about my actual stuff, it was easier, because I was like, okay, like, you know what I'm saying? So I would say just start doing stupid stuff, and you'll see, or stuff that people will relate to, and then you'll see that it'll get easier. It'll get easier. That was a good question though. Any other questions? Y'all good? Okay, and so I said create eye-catching visuals and content, use relevant hashtags. Now, I know some people think hashtags is out the way, but we just want to make sure that everything is SEO optimized. We want to be able to get picked up. And so when I think of posting hashtags with my stuff, I don't necessarily think of having the most hashtags or whatever, but just choosing hashtags that actually are relevant to the video. That's really all it is. If you can only think of 5 relevant hashtags, only use them 5. It's okay. You ain't gotta have 30. It's straight. Don't stress yourself. Pose questions to spark discussions, respond to comments and messages, and collaborate with other followers and influencers or other people in your industry. Like, do collaborative lives. Me and my friend used to go on live all together, all the time together. She was in Atlanta, and we would just pick a topic about socials and just talk. People just wanted to know. I think it started, we kept getting invited to all these different events in Atlanta. So they was just like, well, how do y'all keep getting invited? How y'all keep getting invited? And I was like, let's just do a like little coffee break live thing. And we did that. We would go live like on Thursdays, choose a topic, and people would really be on there. But that was a way that we built community. We built that relationship, that credibility with our followers. You see what I'm saying? So it's like us talking to them being able to ask us live questions and all of that. That was the engagement part that people be missing. That's why one thing, I tell people all the time, the thing that sets people apart from the people who have like large followings, y'all know? Well, I've noticed, they be going live like crazy. They go live like their life depend on it. Think about Krishan. Krishan, she goes live all the time. I don't know why, but she do. She gotta stop. But you get what I'm like, it's like her following is so loyal, it doesn't matter what she's talking about, they're gonna jump on that jump. So, yeah, like, what's she doing? I don't even care, I'ma just look. Okay, another what's tea? Why can't y'all stay consistent if that's an issue for yourself? Let's think about it, let's talk about it.
No strategy.
Maya? Oh, you said no strategy?
I feel like sometimes it's a lot that goes into the process of making, and then when there's like little reward, it takes time to rethink, okay, what do I need to workshop and move forward with that.
But what's a reward? You gotta change your perspective.
That's true. That's true.
Cause what's the reward? Likes? Comments?
Yeah, I guess that would be like the typical engagement. Like that's personally how I've been told to like measure engagement, so that's.
But I'm gonna tell you something, people always watching you. Mm-hmm. That's how my business got built. I'm telling you, people always watching you. Always. I done had people send me clients out the woo-wah who don't follow me. Never liked nothing, but have sent people to me. Just get it out there. I'm telling you. Because it don't matter if it's likes or anything on that post. Somebody is watching it. Somebody saw it. Somebody told somebody about it. And it's going to get you what you need. I promise you. That's why I'm like, change your perspective on reward. Because it can look different.
So this, I guess this goes back to like why I can't stay consistent. I don't know how to shift once it gets cold.
Okay.
Like, yeah, I can offer virtual, but I feel like I'm not seeing the clientele that I see when I do my yoga in the parks. So.
Sure, I'm saying. Say something.
Come on.
What?
Throw a lifeline. Say something.
Okay.
This is the nature girl herself. Miss go sit in the park.
Right.
Miss go touch some grass.
Yeah, I was ready to say, you like her target audience. What would you like to see?
You do get a grad with me.
But I was gonna say from that perspective, I'm going from the brand perspective. I think you think your unique proposition to me is wrong. So it's not that you are Trinity in the park. That's a service you offer, and it's different. It's a different perspective. It's like it's niche, but that's not what makes you unique. I'm pretty sure your personality in Trinity, your version of how you operate at your yoga sessions is the light you're shining, and that's what is attracting your tribe. So shifting what you think where your value is, because you were saying that I think you're putting too much of an emphasis on your environment when you are the environment.
That's a word.
Okay. Look.
That's a word.
Hold on, say that again. Hold on.
Ah! Don't make me shout.
Right. Let me stop. Look at me, girl.
No, because she's right though. She's right. Because they coming for you. That's why I said people don't follow the business. They follow the people. They want to support the people. She's definitely right.
I feel like I've heard, so I feel like my constant struggle is like, when I first joined Rec, like what I hear is a lot is like people are here for your talent. They're not here for you. Like they want the fruit. They don't want the tree. Like they just want what the tree is bearing. So like I try to like really focus on honing in on my skills and being skill. I know how to do this. I can do that. And like more, and I feel like that's caused me to like save my personality for when I'm with my friends and not for my business, because people are just like, oh, people don't like you, they like what you do. And it's like, okay, so how do I erase that from my mind and be able to like mesh my personality into what I'm doing, into my skills, into the things that I love? Because I feel like in corporate spaces they're just like, we don't care about who you are as a person, we care about what you can do for this business or what you can do for us and how you can serve us. And just also people are just like, oh, I don't care about like your unique thing that you do. I want you to show me like what can you do for me, and less of like, this is my gift, this is my talent, this is what I do, this is my perspective. And like, yeah, like I'm not one to be like digestible. Like you asked me, like, what does that mean to be digestible? It's like a lot of people don't really like come to me for certain, like for designing and stuff, because like I feel like my way of designing is so niche and it's so like non-traditional. Yeah. So
but that's just, you just gotta find good people. That's all that is. Because that's why I always say, I'm not going to change my style or nothing or how I am for nobody. The right client's going to be coming to me. Like, there's 1,000 social media managers in the world. Why do they book with me? Because I'm me. You.
And I would say, I think
I ain't got to say too much.
Like, when I think about some of the reasons I've gotten rebooked for, not for music usually, but, well, that too, but mostly for my wellness, like my movement events or movement workshops that I do for like nonprofits and businesses, is because they like my personality. Like anybody can technically come in and do like hey, I'm just gonna take y'all through some dancing and movement, but because of the way I presented it, like the person who's overseeing the booking, they're like, oh, I've been back to like one place I think like 4 times just because over the last like 2 years. They're like, we want Synovia to come and do this specific thing. So I do think that, as Tiana's saying, like the right clients, the right people, the right, like you should always show up as yourself. The right people are gonna come to you that want to book you because of like, not necessarily like, yeah, you can do the skill, but like, yo, y'all see the way she dressed, like I love the way like your style and stuff like that. Like but you see the way she dressed, I just want to be around that so I can get inspired.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know, how chill you are, like, in personality, like, compared to, I don't know how you are with your friends, but, like, chill. Oh, well, I mean,
We literally went to this class, like, 2 weeks ago
we've just
together.
been becoming friends, so, anyway, but yeah, like, I think stuff like that, like, it's, you know, people will come to you, we've got to repeat.
Fact.
But, yeah.
And I was gonna say, if I can offer you anyone to look up, I don't know if you know Bazoma St. John.
Who?
Bazoma St. John. She's like the
You gonna have to text that in the chat, child.
but she's one of my favorite people because she talks about that. And what made me like love her and follow her is that she was like everyone. She was like, you know, I'm a chocolate woman. I'm tall. I'm a bold person. And she was like, I remember when I first got into corporate America and people were like, don't wear red lipstick. She said, I started wearing red lipstick. People were like,
she's a lawyer, right?
she's a marketer.
At Netflix.
I think she's like marketing on Netflix right now. She was like, people were like, don't cry at work. She was like, you find me crying in my office all the time.
Right.
But one thing I loved about her, she was like, what got me to where I am in my career today is me showing up as myself, who I am fully every day. And she was like, and I want to be the VP of Netflix if I didn't do that. And like, I just love that about her because she was like, but when I came into this space, everyone was like, don't do this, don't do that, make yourself digestible, take your personality out of it. She was like, I'm not doing that because that's not going to get me to where I'm going.
You could get in the room too. Like, that's the thing. You could get in the room if you become digestible, but that's not where you want to be. So, like, everybody in this space, we're all creatives. So, naturally, your gift, just like I told Trent, everyone in here that's human-based, your gift is who you are. It's the value you possess internally. So, you have to shift your mindset from wanting to be and attract corporate clients to saying, hey, how am I going to attract my clients? So the more you show up and when you build a strategy, your strategy should be geared towards attracting a corporate client. You should be attracting your client. And that's going to look like you showing up completely in all of the things that you do. And that way, it's going to be easy. Content becomes easy. Posting becomes easy because you're literally just existing. So you just have to be consistent. But it's a mindset thing. That's the same thing you had said earlier about rewards. It's all a mind game. You're literally blocking your blessings because you're going after something that's
literally. Like, people ask me all the time, like, how in the world was you doing all them accounts, managing all them accounts, and still had the time to post for yourself? It's easy. I take content myself all the time. I ain't think about y'all. I'm gonna post it, put my little caption and post it. My laptop about to die. But yes, okay. I'm glad y'all told me why y'all can't stay consistent. Now we gonna work on that. The power of consistency for branding. Consistency builds the trust. If y'all, I don't know if y'all been following me or since we started Women at Rec, but y'all can see how I consistently post. So that means people know I'm not just talking and I'm not living. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can see that I'm always working, I'm always doing something. If I'm not, you know, taking clients or working on a specific project, I'm still working or doing something to enhance my skills. So when we want to talk about consistency, you could create a calendar, but it doesn't have to be so thought out, or it doesn't have to be so planned out to the point where you feel like, okay, I have a post every single day. When I think of consistency, I used to tell my clients, choose a content schedule that you can stick to. So if you know that you can post 3 times a week, choose that. If you think you could post once a week, choose that. If you could post only on weekends, choose that. But I would communicate to my audience what you're going to be doing so they can, like, you know, kind of know or expect or get excited. And then also they are always like looking forward or maybe like sharing your stuff to other people, like, oh, she about to go live today, or we know that she going live today or whatever, like, so they can be on top of it as well. But I will always say to stay people like, I'm posting, but nobody engages with me. I'm like, well, what time are you posting? When are you posting?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm posting at 4 in the morning. Oh, okay, where everybody sleep. Okay. Post when people are up. Post when your followers are up. Like, not when you think their followers is up. Post when your followers is up. And when they're active. Because that's, for me, most of my followers is active during the day at 3 o'clock and late at night. At like 10 to 12 p.m. So me posting late videos, that worked for me. It might not work for one of my clients, it didn't work for her. She always wanted to post early in the freaking morning. I'm like, your target audience is older black women. Y'all at work by then. Nobody's seeing your content. You have to post when the people are there. That makes sense? Y'all with me? I know I sound harsh, that's crazy. Next, we have the branding, we know the generals, and it's time to set yourself up.
Let's go.
This is how I optimize my page, my bio. So what I tell people when they put in their bios, your bio should tell everybody what they need to know about you in that full bio. Nobody needs, before they even scroll past this thing, they should know exactly who you are and what you do. Does that make sense? Do y'all have that? No.
Yeah.
Do y'all?
Yeah.
Tell the truth, shame the devil.
Forget it.
Cause if I go to y'all pages and I can't know what y'all do,
Yup.
so you play, okay, let me see.
Oh, girl, go ahead. I'm proud of mine.
Oh, yeah. We optimize. So, and then y'all see this little bold thing right here? That's the community. So like content creators, graphic designers, Instagram creator, lifestyle creators, stuff like that. Just stuff that is like your niche. Then specific day, like special day, popular day type of stuff, like National Boyfriend Day, WCW, Throwback Thursday. Tap into those. And then the location. So photographers of Virginia, like I said, I'm from Virginia. So photographers of Virginia, RVA, content creators, or Philly TikTokers, stuff like that that gives the location. Does that make sense? Because that's all things that could grab different audiences from different places. And that can grow very fast. Hashtags are not unvaluable, y'all. Don't think about that. Because people going to say, hey, your hashtags don't work. Hashtags still work.
Yes,
You just have to use them the right way. Don't think too hard.
It don't use the same hashtags too much.
Yes, and then I would suggest looking up the banned hashtag list because some hashtags are banned. Like Valentine's Day is banned. I don't know why, but if you use that hashtag, yeah, you'll get like, yeah.
There's a couple of them.
It's crazy why. Now, I wanted to be able to make a branching with y'all, but I don't think we have time.
20 minutes.
We have to, oh wow, I really did good. On the time. Okay, so this is a brand kit that I did for one of my latest clients, brand kit clients. She has a logo. We have 2 sub marks. So like if she wants to do like letterhead or whatever, she could do this logo or that logo. We have the different like text and the typography. So this is for headings, this is for subheadings, this is for the body. Then these are her different colors that we chose for her brand kit. And then this is the mood board that I made for her to just show her what her aesthetic should look like. Something clean, modern. She's a psychologist, so there's something clean. So that's basically what the brand kit is. So the activity is for us to, this is something else. But the activity for us now is for us to make the Women at Rec brand kit together.
Yeah!
Yeah! So I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna fill it up. And if y'all have any questions while I do that?
No.
No? Y'all feel like y'all good? Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm so glad.
Yeah, you fix my bio, girl. Okay. Still got what I came for.
I'm so glad. So I really wanted y'all to leave here feeling like y'all got something good. So I'm going to choose a template.